Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to give you the knowledge you need, minus all the usual noise. And today, we're taking a bit of a mental vacation, actually. We're focusing squarely on, well, the ultimate luxury, finding the best ocean view villas in Phuket, Thailand.
Yeah, it sounds nice, doesn't it?
It really does. And look, if you've ever even glanced at real estate over there, you know it can be, frankly, a bit overwhelming. There's so many choices.
Absolutely.
Do you go for that, like, super secluded, quiet bay? Or maybe that high up spot overlooking the nightlife? It's tough. But we've dug into the key intel to give you a shortcut.
And we should stress, our insights today, they're solid. This whole deep dive is based purely on the analysis from Ocean Worldwide.
Right.
They're a top-tier luxury real estate agency,
Yeah.
physically based right there in Phuket, and they've been there since 2004, so decades of experience.
That's crucial grounding.
It is. And their director, Sandra O'Neill, she's personally helped, literally thousands of families and, serious property investors
Yeah.
navigate this very specific, pretty high-stakes market over the years. Their analysis is gold.
Okay, so our mission today is pretty straightforward then. We're distilling what Ocean Worldwide has found. We want to nail down the 5 key locations, maybe highlight a few standout properties that really set the bar for Phuket Best Ocean View Villas.
Exactly.
So, by the end of this chat, you should have a much clearer idea of where to look, whether you're, I don't know, planning an amazing holiday or maybe even thinking about an investment.
Right. Let's start by mapping things out a bit. Part of Phuket's magic and why it pulls in those high-end buyers is this ability to balance just stunning natural beauty with, well, practical access to amenities. You need both.
That balance really dictates the lifestyle, doesn't it? And the value.
Totally. It dictates property value, the kind of lifestyle you actually get.
Okay, so your sources pinpointed 5 distinct areas, 5 personalities almost, that really dominate the ocean view scene. What makes them different?
Yeah, we can kind of put them on a spectrum, from total tranquility to maximum connection.
Okay.
So on the really quiet end, you've got Cape Panwa. Think of it as a genuine escape. It's known for these beautiful, pristine sea views, a really relaxed pace. It's often preferred by long-term residents.
Oh, okay. Less touristy, maybe.
Definitely less touristy. Then, sort of alongside that in terms of serenity, is Natai Beach. Now, technically, this isn't on Phuket Island itself.
Oh, right.
It's just north in Phang Ninh Province. But it's absolutely crucial to this luxury market. It's famous for these completely tranquil, unspoiled shores. It probably offers the most serene, direct beachfront experience you can find nearby.
Okay, so those two are the real retreats. Where does that blend, beauty plus accessibility start to come in?
Well, that's when you start looking at the center west coast.
Yeah.
Kamala Beach really hits that sweet spot.
Kamala, right.
It's got this great balance, beautiful nature, think lush hillsides cascading down, but also really convenient access to restaurants, shops, that kind of thing. It feels relaxed, but you're definitely connected.
Gotcha.
Then for those who want perhaps a more upscale, maybe even high society vibe, you look towards Surin Beach.
Surin. Heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a very sought-after spot, famous for combining just picturesque scenery with some of the island's most exclusive dining and amenities. Very chic.
Okay. And the last one, for people who want the buzz but also the view.
That's Patong Beach. Now, downstairs, it's busy, vibrant, lots of energy. But the trick is, the villas are often in these elevated positions with truly stunning views.
So you're above the fray.
Exactly, you're above it all. It caters perfectly to someone who loves that lively atmosphere nearby, day or night, but demands an incredible view and, crucially, peace and quiet when they get back to their villa.
That breakdown is super helpful. Okay, we've mapped the market. Let's dive into those true retreats first. The places for people who just want to switch off, recharge. Cape Panwa, you called it a hidden gem.
Yeah, it often gets missed by the main tourist flow, which is exactly why people who want anonymity love it. Our sources specifically pointed out Villa Taipan, which is near Aoyan Bay.
Okay.
Now, the bay itself is gorgeous, but the key thing is it's usually not packed. That privacy factor is huge.
So what makes the villa itself special, beyond just being in a nice spot?
It's really the design, which is all about seclusion. Yeah. The absolute standout feature is this massive infinity pool. It's positioned right at the very front of the property on a large deck.
Oh, wow.
And the way it's set up, it genuinely feels like the ocean just begins right at the edge of your pool. It almost forces you to disconnect. There's no immediate hustle, no bustle right there to distract you. It's pure relaxation.
Sounds like visual therapy, honestly. Okay, let's jump north then to Natai Beach, Villa Malisai. If Cape Panwa is about elevated seclusion, this sounds like it's about being right on the sand.
Villa Malisai is the quintessential beachfront escape. Yet you're literally right on the soft sand. The sense of peace is immediate.
And the design, is it just modern minimalist or
Well, that's what's interesting. The structure is modern,
yeah.
definitely open plan, but they've woven in these really unique elements, things like genuine Chinese antiques, Oriental artworks.
Oh, nice. So it has character. It's not just a white box.
Exactly, there's a story there. And that open plan design, it's not just for looks. It's highly functional, maximizes the natural airflow, the sea breeze.
Mhm.
That itself is a luxury in the tropics.
Absolutely.
You're really invited to live with the environment, not just look at it. And something else to note, especially in this high-end market, is how they integrate traditional Thai architecture.
Like what?
Well, many villas, like the ones you find in Natai, often feature a sala.
A su-
Yeah, it's basically a freestanding pavilion, usually open-sided, perfect for outdoor dining, maybe some morning yoga, or just, you know, sitting in the shade enjoying the view. It's kind of an essential part of the luxury experience shelter without losing the connection to the outside.
That's a great detail, that cultural touch. Okay, shifting gears a bit. Let's move towards the areas mixing luxury with accessibility. We're heading up the hills now around Surin and Kamala. This is where things get, well, pretty high end, but you get that convenience too.
Yeah, absolutely. Certain beach is often where you find the grander estates. They might cater to larger groups or people who do a lot of sophisticated entertaining. Like take Villa Ayara Surin.
Okay.
It's perched high up on a hilltop, which immediately gives it that exclusive vibe.
This sounds like a big one. 6 bedrooms. That's for a serious group.
Oh, yeah. It's perfect for maybe multiple families vacationing together or a corporate retreat, even a big celebration. It's modern, very expansive. It features a beautiful saltwater infinity pool.
Saltwater, interesting.
Yeah, it's often preferred, easier on the skin, bit better for the environment. And of course, it has that essential traditional sala we mentioned for really elegant outdoor dining or just relaxing. It's really built to host people in style.
Okay. What if you're looking for something maybe a bit smaller, but still high end and focused on, say, modern convenience?
Well, then you might look at something like the Surin Seaview Villa. It was recently renovated, the 3-bedroom, very open plan space,
Mm-hmm.
and the views from there stretch right along the coast all the way to Bangtao Beach.
Nice.
And the attention to detail really shows that modern luxury thinking. For example, they've actually installed stair lifts to the different levels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and integrated 24-hour security. That's thinking about multi-generational families, pure comfort, peace of mind. It's that next level of detail.
Right. Practical luxury. Okay, let's slide just south to Kamala. You called that the balanced location earlier. What property really captures that mix?
I'd say Villabon Lamson 1 is a prime example. This place just feels opulent. Think lots of rich, dark wood, but then paired with very sleek, modern furniture. The contrast works beautifully.
And the views.
Spectacular. Proper panoramic sweeps over Kamala Bay. It's just the perfect stage for watching the sunset.
Now, I'm guessing direct beach access in a popular spot like Kamala must be pretty rare, especially from an elevated villa.
It's incredibly rare, and that's really the killer feature for Bill and Lamson 1. You get that opulent hilltop feel, you get the huge panoramic views, and you have direct access right down onto the sand.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly. It just removes that friction. You can effortlessly switch between your private luxury space and the beach life below.
This brings up a really important point, particularly if you're thinking investment. We've talked quiet retreats, blended luxury. But what about Patong? What if you actually want that energy nearby, the lights, the nightlife, but you still insist on having that peaceful, elevated view to escape to? How do these villas manage that? How do they keep the serenity amidst the buzz?
Yeah, that's where elevation is absolutely everything. It's the key. These villas are specifically designed, architecturally, to maximize their height. That physically separates them, geographically and crucially acoustically, from the action down below.
Got it. Makes sense.
And the Clean Sea View Villa is a really interesting case here. It's very cleverly positioned, sort of right between the two main hubs of Patong and Kamala.
Okay.
So from its deck, you get this genuinely sweeping panorama of the whole of Patong Bay.
Now, this is where it gets really cool, apparently.
Uh-huh.
The view in the late afternoon as the sun goes down.
Oh, it's magical. As the sun sets, you literally watch the Patong skyline transform. All the lights start to twinkle on across the bay like diamonds scattered on the water. It's quite a spectacle. And our sources even mentioned, depending on the time of year, you might even catch fireworks displays happening along the coast from there.
So you're close enough to see the show, feel the energy.
But you're physically distant enough that The only sound you're likely hearing is, the ocean breeze. It's quite special.
And for those wanting true Patong vistas, specifically, you mentioned Villa Fala 5.
Yes. Villa 5 sits really high up, gives these spectacular ocean views right over Pakong Bay and also Tri Trang Beach nearby. But importantly, it still manages to feel like a natural escape because it's surrounded by all this lush greenery. Inside, it's very modern, very stylish, a great contrast to the rugged nature outside.
Okay, let's connect this whole altitude thing directly to the investment angle, because
Yeah.
that's a big reason people contact Ocean Worldwide, right? The sources highlighted a sort of generic category, the three-bedroom ocean view villa down on the island's southern tip. Why is that specific type of elevated location so valuable from an investment perspective?
It comes down to two things, really: scarcity and structural demand. This type of villa, often positioned maybe 40 to 60 meters above sea level, gives you that almost unbeatable, like, 300-degree panorama.
Wow, 300
Yeah,
degrees.
and what you're fundamentally buying there is a view that cannot be blocked, ever.
Oh, that's the key, isn't it? The lack of future risk to the view.
Exactly. That security is what dictates the investment value. Properties with these huge guaranteed 300-degree panoramas, they present a really compelling case for investors. Why? Because they consistently pull in good rental yields. They always attract those high-paying, short-term renters who want the best view, and they offer really robust long-term capital growth. Because, simply put, the supply of truly unblockable premium views is finite.
So it's not just a pretty picture, it's actually a secure asset class.
Precisely. That's how serious investors view it.
Okay, so we've covered location, the views, the investment side. Let's zoom in on the actual living experience. We're talking high-end amenities, services. Why is the villa lifestyle, especially in Phuket, so attractive for families or groups compared to, say, a luxury hotel?
Well, the number one thing, particularly for families, is probably the privacy and just the sheer comfort. Unlike a hotel room or even a suite, villas offer these really expansive living spaces, proper dining areas, and crucially, private pools that are just for your group. It creates this sort of insulated, relaxed environment, perfect for unwinding completely.
And I imagine the staff and the service levels are where it really elevates beyond just having your own space. What should people expect as standard in these luxury villas?
The standard is pretty extraordinary, frankly. You should definitely expect dedicated villa staff. That usually means a private chef available, daily housekeeping and cleaning, maybe personal helpers or butlers.
Okay.
But what makes it truly special, I think, is the proactive management. Good villa managers, they arrange everything locally for you. Our sources pointed to the team at the four-bedroom Infinity Blue Phuket Villa as a great example of going the extra mile.
Okay, give us an example. What does extra mile look like in that context?
Well, instead of just, bringing you breakfast, the staff at Infinity Blue Phuket might arrange for breakfast to be served right down on the beach for you.
Oh,
Or they'll coordinate private excursions directly, maybe booking boats for trips to stunning places like Phang Nga Bay. The whole point is to remove any logistical hassle from your vacation. It's seamless.
so it's like having a personalized, curated resort experience, but within your own completely private space.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
And the options for customization, especially at the higher end, are huge. Beyond the, expected infinity pools and amazing kitchens, you start seeing some really unusual offerings.
Like what?
Villas hidden deep in the jungle canopy with treetop views, maybe properties with dedicated private cinemas, serious game rooms, or even like world-class private wellness areas and spas built right in.
Wow. Okay. This deep dive really highlights that Phuket's market is one of contrasts, isn't it? It's clearly a dynamic, even booming investment scene, especially with those secure high-altitude properties.
Definitely.
But at the same time, it's still this profound source of genuine tranquility if you know where to look, like Cape Panwa or Natai Beach.
That's absolutely the key takeaway. The market now is so sophisticated. It genuinely offers everything from that super secluded soft sand experience you get at Natai, all the way to the glamorous, connected hillside estates in Surin, or that action-adjacent altitude near Patong. There really is a perfect fit for almost any specific need, whether you're a traveler or an investor.
So maybe the final provocative thought for you, the listener, is something to really mull over. What specific balance is non-negotiable for you? Do you absolutely prioritize that deep tranquility of unspoiled shores? Or do you need that blend of upscale amenities and easy access?
Hmm.
Answering that honestly is probably the blueprint for finding your perfect Phuket spot.
It really is. Understanding that personal trade-off is absolutely the first step, whether you're looking to own or just book an incredible stay.
And just a reminder, all these specific property insights, the deep market knowledge, it came directly from the experts at Ocean Worldwide. They've been guiding clients on the ground in Phuket for, well, decades now.
That's
So if you're interested in learning more about any of these specific luxury properties we mentioned, or perhaps other homes they manage or have listed for sale, your best bet is to head directly to their website. That's oceanwwp.com.
oceanwwp.com.
Definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us on the deep dive.
Pleasure as always.
See you next time.